Ancient times, people, when they would take over another nation or another kingdom, what have you, they would cut down the trees, the fruit trees, and they would sow the fields with rocks. So this is symbolic of the spiritual war that a nation is engaged in as it falls away from the Lord. What the enemy, Satan and his evil hosts, do is they come in and they cut down the cedar trees and the fruit trees, and those are symbolic of pastors or watchmen or prophets. And so they start sowing rocks in the fields so that the fruit and vegetation can't grow that we feed on. Scripture says that land that drinks in the rain, often falling upon it, that produces a crop useful to those for whom it has been farmed, receives the blessings of God. But land that produces thorns and thistles is worthless and is in danger of being cursed, and at the end will be burned. So what this means is that as we as a nation have turned our back to God and we've legalized killing our babies, and we've killed millions of them, this is one of the signs of the right before the Parthians, the Greeks, the Romans, you name it, any major civilization in history of the globe all had certain things in common. Mass killings of babies, rampant homosexuality, rampant immorality, lawlessness. And so God deals with individuals and nations alike. He will only allow them to go so far into sin before he wipes them out, because for the good of his creation, his love for his creation and his justice, they're not separate things. His justice is an expression of his love, just as his love is an expression of his justice. He's abundantly, infinitely benevolent and good and faithful and loving and kind and tender and merciful, but he can be moved to wrath. Scripture says that wrath is his unusual act. He knows our frame. He knows that we are dust, and so he remembers these when dealing with us. But he, for his love of his creation, can be moved to wrath. And so, my counsel to all pastors is to start fasting for this nation. Spend yourself on behalf of your congregation. If you truly love them, allow the Lord to make you a well-watered garden, so that the Lord will start plowing this earth, plowing this nation. And this is how we plow, is through fasting. This is a grace. It's not a work. But if we want to see revival come to this nation, we must do it the way that the Lord has demanded and decreed. He says, return to me with all your heart, with weeping and fasting, and pray, and I will heal your land. So this is a call to all pastors to set aside the dinner, set aside the meals, and spend yourself on behalf of your congregation.